Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have been seeing you after a while now, like 2 weeks, but yeah, now it's my holiday, so I thought let's share my experience, how I moved from India to Europe, you can say, because I'm working in Portugal and in Spain, so I'm gonna talk about Europe in general. And how did I land up here? Like a lot of you guys ask me this question, like how did you manage? How did you start your research? How did you land up in Europe? So today I'm gonna talk about the tips that I use personally for myself, and I hope it will help you guys. And please subscribe to the channel and watch till the end so that I can help you very clearly and can answer all your queries. So stay tuned till the end, okay? And let's start. Okay, so starting with the first thing, what I did. So initially, you should be clear how much money you have. The first and the foremost thing, how much finances you can have, because even if you are planning to come here to study, like, or do some research activity on a scholarship, in the beginning, believe me, you need your own money. For example, they will not start paying you while you are in India, because you need a bank account in Portugal or in Spain, where or in any other country you're coming to. So for maybe to buy your tickets, to pay for the accommodation on in your initial days, and also to when you move here, you need to buy certain things to like start a life in a new country. So for that purpose, you need a basic amount of money. So be prepared for that. Also, there are certain fundings that will reimburse your tickets, but it depends on the funding, because mine didn't. So in my case, when I was supposed to be here, my funding was supposed to start when I move here, but that too, a lot of paperwork has to be done for that. And in that paperwork, it takes very long, it's not like 2 days of work. It takes a lot of processing of documents. You need to have a bank account, you need to have a national ID number. So for in doing all of that stuff, I started getting paid like almost after a month of moving here. So for 1 month I was on my own, and then I got like my pay got started. So be prepared that what amount of initial money you need to have, and also based on that I would recommend you to suggest to select a country. For example, first, how much money you have and how much a sponsor can support you. For example, your sponsors, like your family, can support you in the beginning, and also for the visa application if you don't have a funding in the beginning. So you can ask your family that, okay, I am planning to study in Europe, I'm planning to go to US or whatever. I don't know much about US, but I can talk about Europe. So with that, you can plan, okay, these are the expenses. When you look on Google, you will find that, okay, the basic amount of money every month that you will need to stay in a particular country is this much. And are you willing to spend that much of money in your initial days? And what happens if you don't get the funding later? So for example, due to any reason, if you don't get paid, or if like your funding is of 3 years but your PhD exceeds 3 years, or for example, your studies exceeds that period of time, will you be able to afford your studies or the leftover period on your own or not, or on your savings or not? So you need to think about a lot of stuff before deciding, okay, I need to move to Spain, I need to move to Germany, or whichever country. Okay, so when you get the funding, it depends which kind of funding it is. For example, the funding that I have covers my university fees, covers my like travel in Spain between different countries, and a lot of different things that I can share right now because it's confidential. And so and the pay is different. So believe me, like, you need to be sure what kind of funding you have, what are the things it's gonna cover and what things it won't. Based on that, you can decide, okay, I can move here with this money, and this much is the backup money that I should have from India or from any country that you are coming. Of the country is very important based on how much money you can spend, because it's very useless to come to a country where you are continuously struggling to survive and to just, you're more focused on saving the money to survive the next day rather than living a life and working, focusing on your work. So be very cautious on which country you're gonna select. You should not go some like very expensive country and you can't afford it. Like, believe me, it's just a saying that, oh, you are on a fully funded project, but in your initial days, will you be able to afford without that funding or not? So be very mindful and be very careful with that. Second, as I said, in your visa interview, they will ask you how much money do you think you're gonna spend in your while every month while living in this country. For example, when I was in my visa interview for Portugal, they asked me a question saying that, okay, so this is your grant, okay, perfect, but how much do you think will be your monthly expenses? And I have to divide and tell them, okay, based on my research, my monthly expenses would be around this amount. Okay, so they're like, okay, and you have to be very confident. So break down. First step, select the country. Second step, divide the expenses, look into the expenses of the country. Third step, be mindful if that country is having good amount of research work and is the area of research, or you're coming for masters or bachelors, is that country a good country for your career, for your career growth? For example, I chose Spain and Portugal because I can see the potential in my project. Like, the project that they were offering me had a great potential for Europe. Like, okay, these are the things and it will benefit in me in future or not, and based on that you need to select the country. Third, the university ranking. So as I have talked in my previous videos, it depends. If your supervisor is amazing, you see his research, his or her research profile, and you realize that, okay, this is like a great opportunity to work, and if he or she accepts you, it can help you in career, in future in your career. When I was looking for my supervisors in this university, so my priority was looking into the public universities, that are the government universities. University, I found an amazing supervisor, and with her help, I could get in touch with my Spanish supervisors. So that's how I made connections and tried to get into a position here. You shouldn't send a specific CV everywhere. Okay, so for example, if you're applying for a position that is a project position, you should be very mindful that, okay, this is this field of work, this is what I can offer in this particular field of work. So you cannot send a general CV to all the places. Okay, for the masters you can. If you are applying in a field of biotechnology, okay, you can send the same CV everywhere. In every case, you need to make CVs specific to the position you are applying. Other than that, the motivation letter. As CV, the motivation letter should also be the same. It should be specific to the university and the position that you are applying. You can create like different folders in your computer, like create one main folder for study abroad, then create separate folders based on the university, prepare documents for all, and then apply. So also this will help you to know where you have applied, because when we start applying to different places, we ourselves don't remember, okay, oh, I applied to this place, because believe me, it's not that easy. Okay, it takes a lot more effort, especially in PhDs and postdocs. Like, it takes a lot more effort to get a position in Europe, and you have to apply so many times, you'll get so many rejections, but don't take it to your heart. It's just a process, and one day you will get that you will get a positive call. Believe me, the day you aren't expecting it at all will be the day you will get it. So stay strong and motivated. And I'm not saying that okay, I'm very perfect, but that's how I did, and that's how maybe a lot of you guys can try to do it, and you can get into a very good position here. So you have to prepare a lot of documents, and you can find all the videos about Hague Apostille, about how what documents are needed for your study visa or your research visa. You will find specific how to apply for PhD position, master or bachelor position on my channel. If you will scroll down, there is a folder, I have made a playlist of education where you will find all of these and in very detail. So I have tried to make every possible video that I can to help you guys. I think that's all, and I hope this will help you to come abroad. And that's my experience, like how I did my documentation and how I did my process to apply for a PhD. And if you have any more questions, you can always write me in the comments, and you can also write me on LinkedIn and on Instagram. My link is in bio, my about, the link is there. And write me with the proper, with the whole query instead of just writing hi, as I would only open your message maybe when I see that you have some issues related to your study abroad program or something, and I will definitely try to help you guys and answer you guys. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and share it with your friends. Also, keep supporting and stay tuned for more amazing videos and my experiences. And if you still have some queries, do write me. Don't forget to write me. Okay, bye. Take care.